You ever had the feeling that there was something more? Something just as pivotal as the food you eat or the air you breathe, but as mysterious as the stars in the sky? Always on the tip of your tongue, and just out of reach. The focus of your deepest desires. Each day, as mundane as the last, and lacking in just as many answers, applies pressure, like balancing the weight of the world on the tip of a sharpened pencil. You bear, you grin, you put on a happy face, all the while knowing that something just isn't right. Work, phone, drinks on the weekend. I wonder if they feel this way too. No, it's just me. I'm broken. Scroll, drink. We all feel anxious sometimes, right? Yeah, we all feel anxious. Enough is enough. It's time to stop pretending like we all don't feel this way. Like suffering and dissatisfaction are synonymous with life. It's time to start scratching and clawing and climbing our way towards some answers, demanding more and betting on ourselves. It's time to take off those hoods, pull down those hands, and see the world around you. It's time to discover just what we're all missing. Freedom from the known. What if I told you that everything you've ever wanted was just over the horizon, in a place you've never seen before? Would you strap on your boots, pack your backpack, and begin the long trek towards your hopes and dreams? I think most of us would. Now, what if you reached your destination, only to realize that every step you took didn't bring you closer to happiness? It was happiness. There was no destination that would offer you everything you've ever wanted. It was only the realization that your desire and excitement of what could be was what you craved all along. We got ourselves a fucking issue. The hammock is leaking. Pretty fucking soaking wet right now, and it's pouring rain. I don't really know what to do. I got all my stuff under here, just huddled around me. And this is just gonna probably stay awake for the rest of the night.
Last night was a rough night. Our tent's filled with water as we speak. Our clothes are all wet. The only thing that didn't get wet was my sleeping bag. Other than that, everything's soaked. There's not that much sun in the forecast, so I don't know how we're gonna dry that shit out, but kind of a rough start, but hopefully things turn around.
What is there to say, really? The next few days were beautiful. The sun shined bright, the days stretched long, and the nights were spent listening to the sound of crackling fire and the presence of lifelong friends. There's not much more you could ask for. These types of days are the ones that most people hope they can have a handful of in their lifetime. But there's a funny thing about us humans. When you give us what we want most, rest, stillness, peace, our minds have a way of running away from us, and so we think. We foolhardily pursue our thoughts through swampy fields of long-lost regret and over treacherous mountains of self-doubt. We prance lackadaisically through fields of wouldn't that be dandies and probe blindly into the dark of the unknown and frightening, all in the hopes of discovering where our mind may be headed. These moments can be a roller coaster ride of optimism and defeat that cause even the strongest and surest among us to yearn for the soft, sweet embrace of predictability. It's the human way. The less we have to think about, the more we can go on autopilot. And when we're on autopilot, the reality of being a human isn't as likely to rear its beautifully ugly face. But when a few thousand miles stand between you and that strong urge, you grow. Facing what's scary, what's new, and what's unknown is the very fabric that the human story has been woven on. And when you're cold and alone, Mother Nature is kind enough to drape that blanket over your shoulders. So yeah, the next few days were great. Our minds were pushed, tested, and exercised. Our hearts were filled, our attitudes were positive. But there's always the possibility of some challenge lurking just around the corner. Now it was time to push our bodies and test our resolve.
I took one step in, and I was knee deep. Me and Tyler were literally scooping out mud,
Damn.
trying to find my croc.
They're gone?
No, we got them. They're inside the canoe. But I wasn't gonna wear them. They're literally full of mud. Like full of mud.
Did you guys fall at any point?
Yeah, twice. In the mud.
Dude,
Okay. Yeah.
we heard some loud banging.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Went too fast. Just wash them off in the water.
The next one will definitely be
Hard.
but we will prepare.
Yep. We were far from well prepared. Painstaking step after painstaking step. Any false notions that we had about the nature of the trip we were on were strapped to these railroad tracks and run over at a high rate of speed. This leg of the journey was a transfer from one large lake to another. And due to a variety of factors, including, but not limited to, ill preparation, questionable carrying strategy, and difficulty of terrain, we were having our asses served to us on a silver platter.
So apparently these tracks we thought weren't being used, and Tyler noticed that the train coming.
Tensions were running high, energy was running low, and I was surely regretting carrying 10 pounds of cast iron on my back. But we carried on, both figuratively and literally.
Ready to be done.
Try keeping that morale up, Dan. Yeah, a long day.
That was it.
Oh my god. That was so close to my head.
And just like that, almost as if by some stroke of cosmic irony, all of our hardships, adversity, and chaos were perfectly juxtaposed by the most peaceful scene I've ever experienced. It felt as if this moment was the physical manifestation of stillness. You know, I set out on this trip with no real intentions. And to be honest, I left slightly frustrated, wanting a more transformative experience. But the beauty of recording a trip like this is when the dust settles and time goes by, I can look back and the lessons become clear. The footage has something to tell you and all you have to do is listen. And man, if I learned one thing from this trip, it's that life is a fucking hike up a mountain, over a river, and through the woods. But the destination ain't grandma's house. In fact, there is no destination. And it's really, really hard. You're going to struggle. And struggle. And struggle some more. But once in a while, if you persevere and you push through those obstacles, you're rewarded with a beautiful view. And then it's right back down the mountain to face the next one. And that's okay. Enjoy the struggle, enjoy the beauty, enjoy everything in between, and most importantly, seek what is unknown. Just packed up camp. We got an 11-miler ahead of us. It's gonna be fun. Beaver stickage. About to get in the car and head out of here. It's a hell of a trip. Woo!